This sponge cake recipe is so easy to make, and I'm going to be showing you how you can make it easily at home with and without an oven. Welcome back to my channel. Now we're using 4 eggs for this recipe. The first thing you should do is to separate your egg whites from your egg yolk. I'm using my egg separator, my egg yolk separator, so it was easy. You can just break your eggs in a bowl. With this separator you can pick the yolk out easily without having it being mixed up with your egg whites. So once I'm done separating all my eggs, I'm going to now set my egg white aside and set my egg yolk aside. It's so easy. If this is your first time of stopping by my channel, you're so welcome. And if you've been here before, good to have you here once again. And if you haven't subscribed to Debbie's Kitchen, do subscribe, do like and share, do comment and tell me what you think about this recipe. Now I'm adding in milk and vegetable oil into just the egg yolk. I'm going to mix it together. You can see what I'm using to mix it with my wicks. I'm not using anything special. You can use your fork, you can use your wicks, whatever mixes it well for you is fine. Now I'm adding my sugar into my egg whites, which I'm going to, you can use your wicks to mix, but I'm using my hand mixer because you need to whip this for really a while. Yes, you're going to be adding your sugar in bits as you mix it. Don't worry, the ingredients and their measurements will be in the description box. In fact, this is the most important aspect of your sponge cake. You must whip your cream enough, and one way you know it's enough is you turn your plate upside down. If it doesn't pour off, you can see mine didn't pour off, it's firm. You know it is ready for you to add in your other ingredients. You are done whipping. So I'm adding in my egg yolk mix. That's my egg yolk, my milk and my vegetable oil. Now I'm going to go on now to carefully mix it. At this point you want to carefully mix it. You do not want to deflate your egg white batter, so just carefully mix it in. Then after which add in just a little bit of vanilla essence, which is actually optional. Go on now to add in your flour and your baking powder. Like as I said earlier, the ingredients and the measurements will be in the description box. This is the easiest way I make my sponge cake, and it comes out feeling very fluffy and spongy. Yes, really spongy. So this is me adding in my baking powder. You can add your flour in bits. Just go on now to add them and go on now to mix it carefully with your butter. The amount of flour I use is like 150 grams, just a little bit above 1 cup of flour. So it wasn't really much, and the amount of sugar I used was 1 cup of sugar. So I'm going to put the ingredients in the description box. Once you are done mixing your butter should look like this. It shouldn't be thicker than this. Go on now to prepare your pan and get ready to bake in an oven at 175 degrees Celsius or in a pot. And this is my pan. I lined it with my parchment paper. I'm going to carefully add in my butter into the pan. Yes, now that is it. It is so easy. You do not need butter for this recipe. It is so easy. Now if you're going to use your pot, heat up your pot, after sprinkle a little bit of salt. Go now to add a plate to lift. Add in your butter, your cake butter into the pot. Cover and allow it to bake on low heat for 45 minutes to 1 hour. Then this is me taking my cake now out of the oven. This is what it looks like. This cake is so fluffy, as in the spongy, you know this kind of sponge you used to wash your plates. That is exactly how it looks. It is so spongy, and I would have thought that you do not need butter to make this kind of delicious cake recipe without having to add butter. It is easy. So if you have been thinking of making sponge cake and you are like, how do they even make it? You can use this recipe for your cupcakes. Just pour your butter into your cupcake pan instead of the one I used, and you will come out with this yummy looking spongy cake recipe. You can see how it looks. It looks so good, guys. Yes, it's really spongy. It's really spongy. Whether you have a pot, whether you have an oven or not, you can always make this recipe for yourself. Yes, so this is me cutting into the cake now to find out how it looks. Look at how it's cutting, and it's cutting like foam. It's really spongy, guys. Comment on this video, do like and share. Tell me what you think about this recipe. Are you going to be trying it out? Yes, it's bouncy. The cake is bouncy, it's spongy. So look at the cake slices now. I just arrange it in my basket to give you a view of how it really looks on the inside. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. Do like, share and comment, and tell me if you're going to be trying out this recipe. See you in my next one. Bye bye. Good to have you here. See you next time. God bless you.